Hello one and all, Marty here with my post-2024 update builds. Just a gentle reminder to kindly subscribe if you're not, smack that like button, comment if you see fit, and share if you think others would enjoy this content. Thank you. The format of this series is going to be to give a brief overview of the lay of the land at the settlement, including perhaps the size, shape, and any distinguishing features. And as you can see here at Abernathy Farm, it's quite a large piece of land. It stretches north towards the next pylon there beyond that garden in the back. And it stretches south towards the next pylon in that direction quite a ways. And you obviously have the luxury of having a relatively flat piece of land, with the exception of this piece here that's kind of slanted towards that south pylon. The next order of business will be to clear any unwanted obstacles, bushes, rocks, vehicles, trees, and so on and so forth. We're probably going to speed most of this aspect up just for brevity. So in this next segment, we're going to build new digs for our Abernathy family. We're going to get them out of that ramshackle arrangement they have underneath the pylon there, and we're going to use some elements of the mods that I do use. It's the pre-war prefabs that exist mostly in Sanctuary, but some of these buildings you won't find in Sanctuary. This is a two-story. I'm going to put two of these next to each other down on the southern part of the plot of land here. I'm going to make sure they're not shading the area immediately below the wire fence here, such that we can extend the garden down onto the sloping section here if we need to. So the upper floor of that first house and the second house will be used for any additional settlers that come in. They're obviously going to have very comfortable accommodations. Well, let's get this thing into place here. Next thing we need to do is get the Abernathys out of that eyesore beneath the pylon and into their house. In order to do that, we need to craft some beds. This is the standard Fallout 4 menu, pretty much. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to put a double bed here just to see if the parents will take up this bed together, or whether I need to put a separate bed for each one. Either way, they will need beds that they can be assigned to in order for them to move out of that other building. Alright, let's throw a bed in on the other side here for the daughter. And we'll put 3 beds on the second floor for the first 3 settlers that come in. This bigger room, we can certainly craft a couple of beds in here. And one in the room across the hall. Of course, we got to make sure that the settlers can path their way in, so they have to have enough room, just like that. That other room is will be the bathroom on the second floor. Going to need to cover up that hole in the wall with some more wall, because of course that is right on the outer edge of the settlement there. So here we go. There are pieces for that. Pretty sure it's blue, but we're just gonna put the inside piece in first. There it is. We're going to do the same thing on the first floor. The piece doesn't go all the way to the floor, but we'll slide something there to cover up the gap on the bottom. Fine-tuning the adjustment here. And off to the first floor. So the house is looking a little empty. So for this next segment, we're gonna speed it up a little bit, and we'll throw some furniture in here. Just enjoy, I guess. Alright, so next up on the agenda is power. We have leveled up enough in order to pick up the fusion generator, which is here. We're just going to throw it down up by the wire fence here, temporarily. It will reside in its own shed at some point, a utility shed. But for now, we're just going to put it here. And we're going to deploy the wire glitch to connect it to both of those houses. So the wire glitch basically consists of putting a conduit down, hooking it up to the generator. Let's put a conduit on the house right below. There's the conduit on the house there. It's on the other side of the second house. So we'll put this conduit right below the one on the house. We're going to need to move this house over just enough to slide in there to install the conduit. First we need to move the porch because the house wants to snap to the porch. So let's move it over just a couple of feet. There you go. That should be good. Now let's get that conduit down. Right below. Now we can go up and use the wire glitch to hook this all up. Basically, the wire glitch is meant to hide the wires, first of all. Secondly, it allows you to put wires through areas where they would not normally be quote-unquote allowed to go, like through the ground or through buildings and whatnot. So you look at the wire, you highlight the wire, and you select the conduit. So when your little cursor is on the conduit, that's when you click select, just like that. Then you're off to the next conduit. Select it, and your wire glitch will be complete. There it is. Now we need to hook up the power from that conduit to the house. You see the red zap sign there, meaning there's no power in the house currently. So as soon as we hook that conduit up to the house will be powered. And then we'll use the wire glitch to hook up this conduit to the conduit on the other house. And basically you have power in the house. The TV is on. That's a sure indicator. So here we go. We're going to use the wire glitch here. Make sure your cursor is on the conduit. Select. Highlighting the wire and select. And just go ahead and select the other conduit to hook those two up. And now, of course, we can hook the power up to the house. And that should do it. Now that we have the accommodation set up, we need to make sure the Abernathys move into their brand new house. So what you need to do is you need to be in build mode, select the person in question. You see right now you have the go button on the bottom, but when you look at the bed, it will turn into an assign, so you can assign people to beds. Well, you should actually make sure everybody got a bed, right? So now Blake's turn. We're going to assign him to the double bed. And I mentioned when I placed the bed, as you see, the little red person turned blue, so we know the bed is assigned, and he is the person assigned to it. So as I mentioned when I put the bed down, I was going to try to assign both the parents to the double bed. We're going to have to wait till sundown to see if they actually both occupy this bed. And you see the resources now assigned. Message comes up again. Alright, that's going to do it for this first video at Abernathy Farm. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.